What's up? What's up? Marky Mark, what's up, brother? Brenda, what's up? What's up? Yeah, I got a little late start today. I was dealing with some stuff this morning. What's going on? Good morning to you all. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, some nastiness happened last night here in Austin. Good Lord. Man, I tell you what, I had so many people sending me videos of what happened last night, and most of them I can't post. Like, they are extremely graphic videos and photos of that murder last night, and or should I say the aftermath of the murder last night. Is there, you have the on the DPB? Yes, the DPB. Gotta love the DPB. Yeah, it was last night. Homeless fella in downtown was shot and killed, sadly. Austin's 13th homicide. We're heading down to that area right now. Want to show you guys where all of this happened. Such a shame. Few blocks away from Lady Bird Lake. Every time a new death happens around Lady Bird Lake, everybody automatically jumps on it, and I understand why. People are, it's sad, but when a death happens around the lake or in the lake or on the shores of the lake, everybody jumps to that conclusion, and, I don't blame them. I don't blame them one bit for jumping to that conclusion. I tend to jump to that conclusion as well. But it looked like this murder last night was probably, I don't know for a fact, but just knowing the area and who was involved, it was one of two things. It was either a robbery or it was drugs. One of the two. And we'll probably hear more about that from Austin police. They do have the guy that did the shooting in custody. So they caught him fairly quickly. What's odd is after he did the shooting, he dropped his bag and his gun right there on the sidewalk. I've got a picture of his where he dropped the gun. I got a picture of the gun. I got a picture of his backpack. And it's wild, man. It's wild. I don't know what pushes somebody to the point of thinking that they need to use extreme violence like that, but it is very, very real. Let's see here. Brenda says, I think Colleen waits and when one goes there, they let go here. Too many deaths here. Yeah, for sure, Brenda. Yeah, you're up there pretty close to Colleen, I think, if I remember right. One thing I kind of wanted to talk about, I need a drink. My mouth is so dry right now. Goodness. Texas Cutie, good morning. Y'all, I wanted to talk and get your thoughts on that death that happened up in Frisco, where that young man in high school was stabbed and killed. And, what the heck? The murderer, the guy that murdered that boy, they put a GoFundMe up, and he has raised over $170,000. The murderer has raised over $170,000, and the murder victim's family, there's been nothing raised for them. What kind of backwards ass world are we living in right now? TK, what's up, brother man? What's going on? Good morning. We're heading into town where that murder happened overnight. But seriously, what kind of backwards ass world are we living in where the murderer has money raised for him, but the family doesn't. The family of the victim doesn't. Let's see. Let's see. Man, not there now. The one for the criminal was removed due to violence. Well, I don't know. It kills me, man. It kills me. Mind of Monsters, good morning. What's up? Was over on X. Yes, good morning. Yeah, it just makes no sense to me how some of this stuff works when it comes to, raising money for murderers. I mean, it just blows my mind. Anyway, we're heading in to where this murder happened last night. I want to take y'all down and show y'all what happened, where it happened, so on and so forth. Mind of Monsters. Yeah, not good. All right. I gotta stop up here real quickly. Turn that off. Okay. Okie. Hang on, let me read that comment. But let me stop before I read it here. Mind the Monster says, as far as the GoFundMe, I believe people have a disconnect with reality. Well, with that one especially. I mean, I get it. Everybody deserves a defense. But when the murderer raises more money than the victim, that, in my opinion, is a huge problem. You know what I mean? And, I was listening to some interviews with the murder victim with his dad, and he's like, the guy made a terrible mistake and he's forgiven him. And I'm going to tell you, I try to put myself in that father's shoes, and that man is a decent, good man, because I would never be able to forgive somebody that hurt one of my children. And I don't know, this is such a heart-wrenching case because it's just tough all the way around. And that poor father forgiving the guy that just murdered his son, that right there, I mean, I don't know how he did it. I don't know how he does it. I'm glad they removed it. They removed the one for the survivor I saw on Facebook. Good. They needed to remove it. They needed to. Like I said, I understand that everybody deserves a good defense, but, when the murderer raises more money than the murderee, I guess is how you would say it, that's a big problem. So if you're just joining us, we're headed down right now to where this murder overnight happened. Well, not really overnight, but last night. There was a murder that happened in downtown, down on 3rd Street. VSE, what's up? There was a murder that happened down on 3rd Street last night. Where it looks like a man, I believe from what I hear, was a homeless gentleman that was shot and killed. It's so crazy, man. When something happens in an area where there's a lot of people like that, y'all have no clue how much video was sent to me of the aftermath. It blows my mind. And some of the videos I can't post. I did, over on X this morning, post one video that was sent to me. It's not too graphic, but you can get an idea of what happened. I have a guy that sent me a picture. So the guy that did the murder, he took off running, and when he did, he just dropped his backpack and his gun right on the sidewalk. So somebody sent me a picture of that gun and the backpack it's from a distance, not too, the picture's not, it's a little grainy, but you can see exactly what it is. It's a black backpack and a black gun. But I'm gonna make sure that the Austin police has that information. Dumb question. There is never a dumb question. Is being in jail safer than being homeless? Well, in some circumstances, yes. The streets are violent. Violence in the homeless community is wild, and it just kind of depends. It really depends on what area of town that you're staying in, and and if you're, in the middle of doing drugs or you're stealing or whatever. Now, if you just keep to yourself and you're not messing with a lot of people, then you could stay out of trouble. I was out here on the streets for about 6 months, and I didn't associate with anybody, really. There was only 2 people, really, and I felt pretty safe. I did have all of my stuff stolen from me twice, though. I'm still in shock. The father, man, my heart goes out to that poor man. I put myself in his shoes, and I just cannot imagine the pain of losing a child. I don't, I put myself in that situation, and I just don't think I would survive it. You know what I mean? I don't think I would survive it. No equalizers in jail, no rock, sticks, gun. Exactly. Yeah, the streets can be violent. Theft is a big problem. The homeless steal from the homeless, and there's really nobody that you can turn to. The cops aren't going to do anything about it. There's nobody that's going to do anything about it. But one thing that I do know is when you're on the street, if you do get the reputation that you're a thief and you're stealing from other homeless people, somebody's going to beat you down and probably kill you. It's kind of like prison rules on the street. You know what I mean? There's a hierarchy. And I don't think a lot of people know that, about how that hierarchy works in the homeless community. Like each camp, let's say there's the Williamson Creek Greenbelt camp. There's like a mayor for that camp, and that kind of keeps control of everything. So they have their own little society inside of society. It's very weird. But I don't know. Violence is real. If you're a female and you're on the street, that is where the danger comes in, especially if you don't have a male to protect you. Usually when you see a female out here on the street that's homeless, there's a male somewhere right near them, and they do that for protection. They will find a male and shack up with them. They don't necessarily have to like them. They don't necessarily have to. They just need a male with them to protect them, because in the homeless communities, SA, I can't say it out loud because of YouTube, but SA is a huge problem. And I see some of these women out here. I'll see them in the camps, and I'm like, what are you doing out here? Like, why are you out here on the street? And it's drugs. It's drugs. It is drugs. Let's see. But most of them choose the drugs over going in and being inside of a shelter where there's rules. Sad, ain't it? It is incredibly sad that they choose drugs over safety, but they do every time. I don't understand it. Do not understand it. So what's everybody up to today? Everybody's being quiet in the chat today. What's going on? Who's doing what? Somebody's got to be doing something cooler than I am. Somebody's got to be doing something awesome. Man, I tell you what, it's heating up about the tariffs. I don't know how many of you folks out there have a stock portfolio, but how are you feeling about the stock portfolio right now? TK's working. Once the drugs bring comfort, they give in for more comfort. Oh yeah, Brenda. Yep. Yeah, it's spicy, TK. There's a lot happening when it comes to the tariffs right now. You know, and let's see, Ingham Reynolds got a truck going again. Almost got it going again. Yeah, the market's not doing too good right now. I don't know. I don't follow the stock market. I really don't own any stock. I own a little bit of Bitcoin, and that's about it. Not much. Not much. Not much. I'm still youngish. Alright, so too worried about my portfolio of people in retirement or near it. Not fun. Yes! I didn't give Mark a wrench. Mark, I will give you a wrench. You know what? I'm going to make a note to do that right now, actually. Mark, I am sorry, sir. I did not give you a wrench, and I had totally meant to do that. I had totally meant to do that. Okay, I got a note for it. Stock market corrected before lunchtime and is 1,000 stronger this morning. Is it already doing better today? That's good. I haven't even had a chance to check out the news yet. I've been chasing down this story and talking to sources about the murder from last night, so I haven't even had a chance to really take a look at what's going on. I'm going to get off of Burnett because traffic is thick. Alright. Well, 13th homicide, and we are in the 1st of April. Y'all, we are on track to breaking our record. 39 plus speed, 40K by Friday. Heck yeah. Yeah, we're on track to break the record for homicides this year. We'll see if that happens or not. I hope it doesn't. But we are definitely on our way. Now, this guy that they got in custody from the shooting last night, they charge him with murder. We're going to see what our socialist district attorney is going to do with him. He'll probably fail to indict him within a certain period of time, and then he'll walk out on a dollar bill, I would imagine. Kind of sad that that's how things work in this city, or county, I should say. Kind of sad. Let's see. Hell of a record to try to top. Yep, sure is. Jeffrey, good morning. Jeffrey, my friend. What's up, brother, man? Jeffrey on the wall of change. Yep, it's a hell of a, it's a sad record, but you know, there's a lot of violence in this city. Depending on where you're at, who you're talking to. You know that storefront that we just passed right back there? That was where that officer-involved shooting happened a few months ago. You know that store hasn't fixed the bullet holes? They still haven't replaced the glass. They still have the bullet holes from the police. Every time I drive by it, I think about it. They never replaced the glass. Kinda sad. Let's see, I'm planning to give it to the washateria. Yes, Jeffrey, the washateria. Yep. I remember going to the washateria a long time ago and eating popcorn. They had a popcorn machine in there that you could eat popcorn out of. This was in McKinney, Texas. You got a little paper bag, and you can fill your bag up with popcorn and munch away while you're washing your clothes. So, I talked about this a little bit yesterday, I think, but I'm going to talk about it a little bit more. Dash is working on getting a different setup for these lives, for the lives that we're doing here in the car, and for when we go on our walk and talks. We're going to take it up, kick it up a notch, get to the next level. We're going to make these streams very professional. We're going to make them look very good. And I am excited. It's a big expense. It's a huge expense. But it will make these streams so much better and easier. We're not going to have any lag. We're not going to have any drops. The truck driving community up in arms about immigrant drivers. Yep. There's some journalists that I know. There's one journalist in particular that I know that is looking into that pretty hardcore right now. They will be great, TK. I can't wait. I can't wait. The hardware itself is going to end up costing about $2,500, and then then you have your service for the 3 or 4 different cell carriers afterwards. But it's gonna be great because I will be streaming back to a middleman, so to speak, where OBS is involved. It's just going to be great, and we're going to be streaming in absolute true 4K. So I can't wait. I cannot wait. Keep those doors locked. Hell yeah. Remember 10 years ago, trucks killing drivers. Yep. Jeffrey's always working. Yeah, I can't wait to get this hooked up and get this ready and get this going. It's it will definitely help us grow for sure. You know, if the streams are, better quality and more professional, more people will watch. Nobody wants to watch a stream like what happened on Saturday when you could you couldn't, it was dropping out so much, you couldn't see what was happening, and, the video quality was just absolute crap. That stream at the Capitol on Saturday was embarrassing, and man, was I frustrated. But that is soon to change. I've already been working and talking with the company and building the package that we need to do what we're doing. Oh, man. And instead of the encoder running inside the phone like it is right now, we're going to have a hardware encoder that'll be on my back in a backpack. So it's going to make the video quality unmatched. It's going to make it unmatched. So that's what we're doing right now, is working towards getting that set up. Parking lot, I drink coffee and smoke my cigarettes. Smoke them if you got them. I had a lady message me a few days ago and asked me about Austin. She said, look, I'm moving to Austin in the next month, and I'm scared. Like, everything that I hear about Austin is nightmarish, and I'm scared to move there. And I want an honest take. You're on the streets all the time. I want an honest take of, Austin. And I tried to tell her, I was like, look, Austin is a pretty cool place. It's really a good city. It's got its issues. It's got people in charge that are making stupid decisions. But all in all, Austin is a fairly safe city. It's not like every time you walk out of the house, there's a chance you're going to get murdered. But, and I told her, it's like, it really just depends on what area you're in and at what time of the day. You just gotta be vigilant. But that's with any big city. That's not exclusive to Austin. That's with any big city, where you gotta kind of watch where you're at and the time of day that you're out. And it's sad. It really is sad that people that are trying to move here, they're scared to move here. And I don't know if that speaks more to our district attorney, or if it speaks more to the city and the police department, or if it speaks more to the fear-mongering that a lot of people do here. Is she from Texas? Actually, I think she's from up north. She's from up north. Oh, man. Yeah, I was talking to her about the heat. I was telling her that if you're not used to the heat, like, you got to be careful. Like, you can get yourself heat sick out here really quickly in Austin. It gets incredibly hot. We have it's like July and August are like the hottest times of the year. And back before I did Dash, I worked outside, and I can't tell you how many times I ended up heat sick. Brutal. You're right. Yeah, man. The key is to eat, make sure you got food in your stomach, and to make sure you're drinking a lot of water. You gotta have food in your stomach. That's why during the summertime, Dash hands out a ton of water into the homeless community. We hand out a ton of water. But I don't just hand out water. I will hand out bananas and packs of like peanut butter crackers. You gotta have food in your stomach. My dad grew up in Waco, and he said his elementary school had no. That would be brutal. I can't imagine going to school in a school without AC. That's a different time. TK, you and I are about the same age. We're just several years apart. So I imagine your dad's probably about the same age as what my dad was. Yep, it was a different time back then, that's for sure. Hey, speaking of that, guys, I will be on, this coming Friday morning. I hope you guys will watch. I'm going to be in studio with Harrison Smith over on InfoWars at 10 o'clock. I hope you guys will join me. And we're going to talk about some stuff. I've got some stuff that I have not talked about publicly that I'm going to release that day. We're going to talk about it on the show. And it revolves around Jimmy Flanagan, the Tesla protest, and so on. But I hope you guys will watch. I wished I could just set a camera up in the studio and live stream it to you guys. But obviously they're not. I wouldn't do that to them. But I will do some video inside the studio for you guys. The InfoWars studios are pretty badass. Not as big as what you would think, but they're pretty badass. That will be Friday morning at 10 a.m. And I'm already nervous for some reason. And I don't know why, because I've done it a ton of times, but I still get nervous. I still get nervous. Should not ask you that. Okay. Apparently I took the long way into downtown. If you play music too loud, you get a hologram a lot to yourself. Brenda. Oh, man. What the heck was that noise? Wait, what was that? Anyway, look at the weather out here today, man. It's beautiful. Look at the sky. I mean, not a cloud in the sky. It is, let's see, It is 63 degrees outside right now. It is just about perfect outside right now. It is beautiful. This is the weather. When I'm done with the stream here, I am going to be hiking the entirety of the Williamson Creek Greenbelt and getting some new video. So I will have that up on my X account today. Oh, Dirtweed, what's up, brother? Dirtweed is here. It's getting better. Still a little sore. It seems the more that I'm, exercising and using it, the better it's getting. So, doctor told me that, hiking is not bad as long as it's not too strenuous. You know what I mean? Exercise is good for your back. Not having to take, so when I went to the doctor, they gave me some medicine. They gave me a steroid to take, and then they said I needed a muscle relaxer because I was having spasms, like muscle spasms, and they gave me Valium to take. And I never knew Valium to be a muscle relaxer, but let me tell you, it works. It works beautifully. It works great, and it will knock your ass out. It will knock you out, man. 5 milligrams will put me in the dirt. I can only take it at night. I mean, there's no way I could take it during the day. I wouldn't ever get anything done right now. But holy cow, won't it? Let me tell you, when I took it the first time, I was getting ready to go to sleep. I hadn't really eaten, so I took it on an empty stomach. And I was telling my wife the next day, I'm like, I don't even remember going to sleep. Like, I don't remember getting in bed and going to sleep. That's how hardcore it was. Like, and I just took one pill, 5 milligram tablet, and I really don't even remember going to sleep that first night. Like, that's how much it, like, gonked me out. It was rough. It was rough. Oh, we got Popo up here. We got the state troopers on their bicycles. Yep, comfortably numb. I'm going to move over so we don't hit them. I guess the cops are out for their morning ride. I wonder what they're doing. You usually don't see a pack of state troopers out like that. Yep, definitely going to be careful. I have my pistola and I have pepper spray with me. But a lot of the Williamson Creek Greenbelt has built up again. There's a lot of new camps, and I can't really see them from satellite views. So there's only one way to find out where they're at and what's there, and that is to hike in and get the video. I would normally take somebody with me. I would normally have a second man, but I think it'll be all right. Maybe their gym membership was defunded, right? Now, I would normally take a second man with me, but I hate having to worry about somebody else's safety as well. I've spent enough time in the woods and in the green belts around these camps to know how to be safe and to know how to be kind of sneaky. Get in, get the video, and get out. And I know all of the green belts in Austin like the back of my hand. I know them very well. The only one that I really don't know that well is the Country Club Creek Greenbelt. Great drive, unfortunately abused. Oh man, I can understand. Believe me, after taking it, I can understand why it's abused. Man, But, you know, I took a 5 milligram tablet and it zonked me out so hardcore. Like, I don't know, like, if you were to take it, like, during the day, I don't know how you could function, to be quite honest. Because it was, bam! I took it, and then 30 minutes later, I didn't even know who I was. Or I didn't care who I was, anyway. Melanie, what's up? What's up? I lost a few plans. Yeah, I can't believe it froze again the other day in April. That's got to be some kind of record, right? Kidney stone, if one has ever played the game, it's not fun. Oh my God, Melanie, I am sorry. I have never had that happen, but I have heard stories. And I have seen a kidney stone bring a grown-ass man to his knees, screaming in pain. I am so sorry. What is this guy doing? What the fuck is that guy doing? Did you see him? Hang on, we're gonna go back around. These crazy homeless people here. I want to go get a video of him acting a fool. The extract. I want to go see if that man, I want to see if he's going to continue to act a fool like that. I want people to see what it's like out here on the street. Yeah, he is still out here. We're gonna pull up right here. Watch this fella real quick. I want y'all to see, this is the problem with being out here on the streets and mental health. Let's see. He's still flipping traffic off. We'll see here. I've seen this guy here before. He gets out in the middle of the street and he stops traffic and starts cussing at people. Brenda, have a good one. Be safe. Be safe. I can't tell if y'all can see anything out of here or not. So, mental health out here on the streets and in the homeless community, like, this guy is going to end up getting himself ran over because he will walk right out in the middle of traffic. He will stop traffic and start flipping people off, screaming and cussing at them. I haven't seen him in a while. I think the last time I saw him was like 2 months ago. I didn't think he was still out here on the street. I forget what his name is. What was his name? Oh, shoot. I can't remember. But this is the University of Texas. This is the UT campus. We're on West Campus, is what you would call it. Alright, well, you know what? I'm not just going to stay here. Watch a guy mess with the grass. Did I lose you guys, or are we still here? I think we're still here. Alright, well, let's move along. Let's move along. I feel bad for this guy because he obviously needs help. He shouldn't be out here on the street like this. He's going to end up getting himself hurt. Or hurting somebody, or, I mean, who knows? I feel bad for him. I really do. I don't know. We're going to move on, though. We're going to move on. All right. Let's see what I missed. Still love you. Aw, Killer Carla. He's not going to get any. I don't know. I don't think he's trying to. He's just out screaming at people. Did y'all see it when he stopped that lady that was in front of me and was flipping her off? That's the kind of stuff that I don't know. Scary. It really is. It's scary. He shouldn't be out here bitching at people. He's probably schizophrenic. Isn't schizophrenia where people hallucinate, see things that are not there and such? Isn't that schizophrenia? Schizophrenia. So anyway, we're going to go down to where this murder happened last night. I want to show you all this area. It's right near the water, right on the lake. And when news broke of this last night, everybody was up, like, immediately thinking Lady Bird Lake Killer. Immediately, everybody was thinking that. I don't know what that high-pitched noise is, but it's driving me nuts. One of two things. It was either over theft or it was over drugs. One of the two. The poor man that was actually murdered, he was a homeless guy out here on the street. And it's either going to end up being drugs or robbery. And they have the guy in custody. The guy is in custody. Texas Cutie, I know. I think about that a lot. I think about that stuff a lot. And I don't know. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how they do it. But I'm right there with you. I think about it a lot. Now that I hear that high-pitched noise, it's driving me nuts. Oh, it's the air. Yep, it's the air. Why would it be making that noise? Interesting. I'm gonna go right down here and turn on to 7th Street. VSE, I'm right by your job. Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. We are in downtown Austin. You work in one of the big buildings down here? In one of the big buildings? Yeah, I can't wait to get this stream updated. Man, it's going to be so great when we finally get it upgraded. I can't wait. I can't wait. But it's going to take a bit. That's one of those investments that doesn't happen overnight, believe me. That is an investment that doesn't happen overnight. BSC, it's got a lot of glass, and it's sometimes popular with protesters. Okay. I gotcha. I gotcha. I gotcha. Daggum protesters. Man, why are we having so much issues getting through here? Oh, it's a bus. Colorado. Sadie sometimes. Good morning, Sadie sometimes. Sadie sometimes bring the coffee this morning? Yes. Let's see. Hang on, Sadie sometimes, so I can read your message here. Let me get my glasses on. Driving and listening. So I don't respond. Your cabin air filter needing change is likely the noise. Yeah, I was thinking it had something to do with the air. I will check that today. Let's see who said that. No, the death from last night I don't think had anything to do with I don't think it had anything to do with that, really. I don't think so. Let's see, this is Netchus. Where is Newest? Let's see. And that guy's got his foil burning. Smoking that nastiness. Right out there on the street, right out in the open. He's smoking fentanyl. He's chasing the dragon right here on the street. Chasing the dragon right here on the street. Yep, that's exactly what he's doing. Alright, let's see. 5th, so I'm going to have to go this way. Let's see, Trinity. I can't remember. Hang on, young man. So Netchus was back that way. San Jacinto. What is this? Portland? Yes. Yeah, the Blues are bad here. Yeah. Zoom into this. This is a drug fad I've missed. Yeah, the fentanyl is definitely rearing its head here in a pretty big way lately. For sure, it has. For sure it has. US's. Come on, boys, let's go. Fourth and then 3rd Street should be next. And this is a really nice area to have, murders like this. It's not a bad area. TK would think that behavior would be unacceptable. Yes. Yep, I carry Narcan with me when I'm out in the camps. Just because you never know when you're going to run into somebody that is overdosing. 3rd Street is the next street. This is 4th, and then 3rd is next. And I can't remember. Let's see. It's Congress, so it's got to be back this way. Third Street. Those dang self-driving cars. Actually, I think it's back that way. How did I miss that? San Jacinto. Don't hit me. Man, driving down here has been kind of a nightmare today. What in the world? Come on, Gordon Food Service. Let's go, bro. Driving in downtown, driving in downtown. That Gus's Chicken Shack, I met a friend over there at Gus's not long ago. First time I've ever had Gus's, the world famous chicken, and it is awesome chicken, let me tell you. It is awesome chicken. If you're ever in Austin and you want some good fried chicken, go to Gus's. It's like that here in St. the Canadian town ever. Yeah. Yeah, Gus's is right there on the corner, and it is delicious. Delicious. Alright, what do we got here? I got a message from somebody. Sure. Alright. Where are we at? Brazos, Congress. Go down to South. Anyway, I got a lot of work to do out here today. Tonight I will be on a podcast out of California, starting at 6, with a guy named William Ramsey. We're going to be talking about the Lady Bird Lake stuff, some of the deaths out of Lady Bird Lake, and how those deaths connect into some of the other deaths that have happened around the country. So I hope you guys are ready for that. Maybe you guys will join us. I will post a link over on my X right before we go live this evening. I think we're going to do it live. I don't know. I'm almost certain we're going to do it live, but I could be wrong. We'll see. And then Friday, I will be on InfoWars at 10 a.m. Friday morning. I will be on for an hour or two with Harrison Smith. I hope you guys will join me there. Did you hear about Travis County sentencing a guy 17 years in prison for his 7th DWI kill? He only... But you know what? When I hear about DWI deaths, it's crazy, man. It makes me sad. 17 years is not enough for killing 2 people. There is no excuse for drinking and getting behind the wheel. There is no excuse at all. And I don't know, there's no excuse for it at all. If you're going to be drinking, you need to either have a designated driver or take a cab. There's no excuse for it. Anyway, guys, thanks everybody for joining me out here this morning. I've got a lot of filming I got to get done out here in town today. I am headed down to the Greenbelt right now to do some hiking. But I appreciate everybody joining me here this morning. I need Mopac South. Guys, support the channel. It's the only way that we're here. As you know, we are demonetized across the board. And we need all the help we can get these days. Hopefully that's going to change soon. I'll be able to talk about that a little bit more. What's up? What's up? My man. I'll be able to talk about that a little bit more, but I may be joining forces soon with a channel or a company here in Austin that is going to help, or we don't have to crowdfund anymore. And hopefully I'll be able to talk about that again here pretty soon. I don't know how that's going to work. I know you know who they are, but like I said, when we're doing these discussions, that's something that I can't talk about simply because it's private. It's private. Guys, love y'all. Killer Carla, love ya. Guys, down in the description are ways to support the channel. If you're on X, up at the top of the page is ways to support the channel. Love you guys, and I will see you on the next one.